It's Madden NFL 23. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. Next on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
And he's exactly the man you want in control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
Looking to throw right away is Watson. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Watson off play action. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they're down to the 29-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge, maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out, you can run wide receiver routes with him, you can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st.
They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
From the red zone now, Watson. And Daniels has it over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Foster. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So a great second effort there as he's able to stay upright and get into the end zone.
I think not just a second effort. I think a 3rd effort was what got him in. Maybe possibly even a 4th.
Yeah, whatever it was, he was not going to be denied.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski.
And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Right back to Brown. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. And this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Graham. Complete to Newsom. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. Now Graham. Catch is made by Metcalf. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. This is Brown going up the middle. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, here's Graham. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Here's Graham to throw it. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield and try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on second down. Watson trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
2nd and 8.
Here's Watson. And Daniels has it, left side. They'll give him 4 yards there, and they're going to face a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
It's one play at a time, baby.
On first down, it's Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Daniels.
And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. A first down carry for Foster.
On a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Pretty effective opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the touchdown run earlier, and if he pops more of these 10 to 20-yard carries, could be a long game.
Yeah, those types of explosive runs wear down a defense. I think they need to add more people to the box, closer to the line of scrimmage, force them to throw the football, and see if they can slow them down that way.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Watson. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Now Brown, after the made field goal, gets set for the kickoff.
This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Graham going to set up to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. Well, how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again is Watson.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Foster. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. On 1st down, Watson. Johnson's got it complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. Now Foster running left. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. (10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
On 3rd down, Foster. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
They'll try the air now with Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Daniels.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Watson now to throw. And that is incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 38. And this one is right through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Now Brown, after the made field goal, gets set for the kickoff.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On 1st and 10, it's Graham. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
An inside give, Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Graham to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
The Browns send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Houston set to take over.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they hand to Foster. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
They'll go again with Foster. And some room to work. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
55 rushing yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 9 yards on the scramble there, but it does leave him still a few inches shy with 3rd down looming.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Here's Watson. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll try the right side with Foster. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Back to throw, Watson. Touchdown, Texans! From a yard out, and they're able to add on to their advantage. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now stands at 13. That time a 9-play drive, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They go play action now. Graham. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Graham will throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll throw on 1st down with Graham. And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. Here's a give to Brown. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
On the handoff, this is Brown. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Graham. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. He got 29 yards that time.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal and you throw the pick, not good at all.
After the interception, here's Watson, escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Watson. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Browns. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Texans, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
Throwing now, Graham on first down. Got a man and he hits him in stride. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On play action, Graham. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
Running right, here's Brown. And he's got room. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
78 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Now Graham on first down. This will be caught by Brown. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Browns. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have got it back to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point forthcoming. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Now Watson. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Going up the middle, Foster. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
From the 44, Watson. Johnson with a completion over the middle.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Watson. Flush to his right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
On 2nd and 10, Watson.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. Flushed out right. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them into field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a first down?
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
1st down. Here's Graham. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Graham to throw it. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll run on third down with Brown. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let him get anywhere near it.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Houston's offense taking over again. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. So the completion gets them just a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Watson now to throw. Throw left side, complete to Foster. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
On the counter, it's Foster, and he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Watson eluding the pressure right. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense, his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. A give left side, Foster.
And he's got it to about the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 40 now on second down, Watson.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
It's showtime, baby.
On first down, Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
How about the timing on that one? Well, they were in sync, weren't they? Three-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Watson firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back to throw. Watson. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. From 8 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And now Lovie Smith sends the call out. They're going to go for 2 here.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Graham.
A quick target here, complete to Metcalf.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Graham going to set up to throw. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted.
And the Texans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over-pursuing, and making a very nice play.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Foster on second down. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it, and the lead stretches to 35-14. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Graham will throw. And it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Browns on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. This is Brown on the draw play. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
As much as I praise teams situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
They'll try and throw for it with Graham. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll throw on first down with Graham. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. From the gun, it's Graham. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Now it's Graham. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. This is Brown going up the middle. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
It's showtime, baby. That's what it is. That's what it is. Let's go, baby. Get it going, baby.
Now Graham to throw. Escape. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. On first down, it's Watson. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Daniels. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
They run up the middle with Foster. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
From just shy of midfield, Watson
Finding Williams on the check down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up second down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Well, when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
from the red zone now. Watson. Quick completion here to Johnson. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Texans have made it a 3-score game now here in the 4th.
I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They go over, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now we give up the middle to Williams. Room here to run. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now it's Watson. Complete. It's Johnson.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5.
Watson. It's caught right side by Daniels.
And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Watson going to try and run it.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Texans up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders, and that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Point after, right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They go play action with Graham. Then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Graham here from the shotgun. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They are going on 4th down. Graham. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Oh, good move. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They keep it in the hands of Foster. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd down, Foster. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now Brown, after the made field goal, gets set for the kickoff.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Complete to Newsom. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Graham to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Graham. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Graham going to look to throw again. Got him in. And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Texans scoop it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And I don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.